Genesis chapter 8. Noah's deliverance. The waters recede and a new beginning. Genesis chapter 8 verse 1. God remembers Noah. Then God remembered Noah, and every living thing, and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fact, God's remembering is not about recalling something forgotten, but about his faithfulness to his plan. He remained true to Noah and his plan for salvation. The truth, God never abandons his people in trials. He always provides a way of deliverance. The conclusion, even when we feel surrounded by the floodwaters of life, God is still in control and will bring us into a new beginning. Genesis chapter 8 verses 2 through 5. The fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters receded continually from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the waters decreased. Then the ark rested in the 7th month, the 17th day of the month, on the mountains of Ararat. The fact, after months of waiting, the ark finally found rest, symbolizing a fresh start for Noah and his family. The truth, God's judgment does not last forever. He brings restoration in his perfect time. The conclusion, just as Noah waited for the right moment to leave the ark, we must wait on God's guidance before stepping into new seasons. Genesis chapter 8 verses 6 through 12. Noah sends out the raven and the dove. So it came to pass, at the end of 40 days, that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Then he sent out a raven, which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. He also sent out from himself a dove, to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot. And she returned into the ark to him. The fact, the raven, a scavenger, could survive on floating carcasses, but the dove required a clean, dry place. The dove's return showed that the earth was not yet ready. The truth, God gives signs of his timing, leading us step by step toward his plans. The conclusion, just as Noah waited for the right moment to leave the ark, we must wait on God's guidance before stepping into new seasons. Genesis chapter 8 verses 13 through 19. Noah leaves the ark. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the 1st month, the 1st day of the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry. Then God spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons' wives with you. The fact, Noah waited for God's command before leaving the ark, showing obedience and trust in God's perfect timing. The truth, God leads his people into new beginnings at the right time. The conclusion, when God opens the door, we must step forward in faith, knowing he has prepared the way. Genesis chapter 8, verses 20 through 22. Noah's worship and God's covenant. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took of every clean animal and of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. Then the Lord said in his heart, I will never again curse the ground for man's sake, although the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, nor will I again destroy every living thing as I have done. The fact, Noah's first act after leaving the ark was to worship. God responded with a fact of mercy, even though man's sinful nature remained. The truth, God declared that he would never again destroy the earth with a flood, showing his long-suffering mercy toward mankind. The conclusion, true gratitude leads to worship. When God brings us through trials, we must respond with thanksgiving and devotion. Call to action. When have you felt shut in, like Noah, and how did God show he remembered you? Are you waiting for God's timing in any area of your life today? What altar of thanksgiving can you give to the Lord for his past deliverances? Let's give God glory by sharing what he's done. Thanks for watching this video. May God bless you richly. Your brother in Christ, Dave Alloway. Please share this video with your friends.